into the Eric St. Joe podcast. This is a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. Bruce here, kind of in the shot. It's lazy time. It's time to relax. He's like, yeah, let's do it. The Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio, Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. So glad that you are here enjoying the show. My neighbor, the Alleluia family, they are absolutely fantastic. Some of my favorite people on the planet. They really follow the rules because they say, today is, an ozone action day. You're not supposed to run your lawnmower in the heat of the day. And I think I've discovered the one person who actually abides by that. Because at 7 a.m., dude fired up the riding lawnmower. And I'm like, what the heck? And, it might just be because it's, temperature's only in the 60s. But it makes sense to do it at that time. That he is so much better than I am, my neighbor. And I was doing some work, I guess, in front of the house today. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, if he sees me doing this, he's going to be like, what are you doing? You're going to hurt yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I know. He's really fantastic. I actually kind of strive to be him. His name's Brian. Brian Alleluia is his name. And nicest guy in the world. But the fact that he's on the mower at 7 a.m., he's a school principal. I think he works all year, though. So you might think he's like, he's got the summer off. I don't think so. I think he's one of these principals that goes all year long. But, yeah, he had the thing fired up. But it's one of those really, really loud mowers. Okay? It's a rider that has, I think, a 440 cubic inch motor with a 4-barrel carburetor on it. And it isn't so much when it's riding, it's when he engages that blade and you hear that thing whip up. It's so damn loud. People's mowers, I sound like I'm 95 years old. Your mower is too loud. Can you turn your mower down? Seriously, this has been affecting me a lot lately. I talked about this before. The level of volume on these things is intense. That and blowers. When people blow off their driveway, I just can't handle it. It goes right to my brain. It's so damn loud. I just hate it. Makes a point for those electric mowers. You see, everybody's got an electric mower now. Well, not everybody, but I'm seeing those more and more. People are falling for that scam about you got to have an electric piece of equipment. It's like, I don't know. Yes, that would be a lot less noisy, but I was at the hardware store yesterday, and it's $5,900 for a zero-turn riding lawnmower. And it's called like EcoCut or something like that. And it's gray and green. It looks like something out of a Marvel movie. And then right next to it is an identical mower. Does the exact same job. Gasoline costs $2,000 less. Now, I'm going to get the gas every time because, how much does it cost me to mow my lawn in gasoline every single time? Like, if you were to spread out the life of a riding zero-turn radius lawnmower, and how much does it cost per cut in gas and oil? And how much does the Eco Green Marvel movie one cost me in energy? It's a little weird. So I add up these costs and I compare. So I don't know, man. I can't see myself with $2,000 less for the mower, that I think it's a wash. Let's just say at the end of the day, it's not going to be any real savings. I'm really convinced that this electric vehicle, electric equipment phase is going to drop eventually. And then everybody's going to be like, oh, fuck. If you waved a magic wand and every single person in the United States had an EV, electric vehicle, I am convinced, well, I actually have a source who works at Consumers Energy. He said the grid would not be able to handle it. Hell, during a hot summer day like today, you see warnings from the energy company saying, yeah, we're doing the old rolling brownout today because everybody's running their air conditioning. So if we're all charging our stupid vehicles, think about that. I'm convinced that long term, we don't have the infrastructure set up in the United States to charge all these vehicles. Now, that's fallacy. We're not going to wave a magic wand and everybody's going to have an electric vehicle. So, but if they could, if everybody did have an EV, which a lot of people wish was happening, we're not set up for that shit. If you were to go on a trip and you travel for however long a charge will take you, and then you pull over and you go, all right, it's time to charge the car. First of all, that's going to take you about 20, 25 minutes on a quick charge. And that's expensive too, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's not as expensive as buying gasoline, but the trade-off is you swipe your card on the charger, you plug your car into the thing, and then you got to wait. So fuck that. That's ridiculous. I don't want to do that shit. You're going to hate that. And then you're banking on everywhere you go, there's going to be these charging stations. They're nowhere. Are you telling me that if you go up to Oscoda or Tawas or Houghton Lake or Grayling, those fucking hillbillies, there's no way there's going to be a charging station up there. If there is, they're going to destroy it because they're going to protest. That's the way they are. So this is ridiculous to even suggest that we will have the infrastructure to ever supply all of the power needs for people who have EVs. Okay, so then you get your Elon Musk electric truck or your stupid Ford or your stupid Chevy truck, and you tow your boat, and then you're at the dock, and then you run out of power. What the fuck are you going to do? This is a horrible idea. I'm not just saying this because I've had a hybrid car for a long period of time, but why, if you're going to do anything, do it like that. Put a motor on there, ding dong, and then charge the car with your hybrid car. So I am, and I see there's a comment right there from the multi-talented Megan. I think it's time to bring her in and get her opinion on the whole thing. Bet you wish you hadn't said a word, huh? All right. Hey, what did you just walk into?
I heard that the people in Grayling are going to protest and tear down all of the EV charging stations.
Okay.
And
yeah, so I'm just not convinced that that this is going to be sustainable.
I think that it can be sustainable in some areas, but I agree that there are some parts of the country and the world that it is not going to be an option. I think there are going to be some areas that are going to absolutely eat it up and love it. So there are some, I think there are going to be some places that absolutely love it. And yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I
And-
agree with you.
and
There
I
are
c-
some places, yes. Some
and-
places, no.
And I can live with that as long
Yeah.
as the people that pull the strings in this country don't expect this to be widely accepted. You know, as long as it's just an option.
Well, I'm not going to get into the politics of it, but I promise to keep Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV afloat so I can fix all of the cars.
Okay.
But I will not get into the politics of it.
I you know what? Good choice. You are a seasoned veteran. You really are.
Well, I just know not to get where I don't belong, which is politics.
Okay, so 95 degrees. What's on the table for Megan today? Keeping the kids cool. What are we doing today as a mother of young kids?
I am working full time.
Oh.
I am working 40 hours a week. I have a nanny at home. Hayden, my daughter Hayden has some special needs, and it turns out that her mother with ADHD and anxiety is not the person to be home with her, taking care of her full time.
Yes.
So I have come to that realization lately, which was hard. So I'm working full time, and then I'm headed down to Van Andel, which is like turned into my second job, slinging beer for the Kirk Franklin Christian concert.
You're working the concession stand, which the way the arena does it, they have volunteer help, which earns money for whatever resource that you're working for. That's really fantastic.
Yeah. So like that's kind of like my second job because baseball is very expensive, and we're headed to Cooperstown next year for our baseball team. So,
When you're selling beer at the arena, occasionally you have to put up with a cranky person. Have you had to encounter that yet?
yes.
Oh
But
my!
I'm super charming, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, you just smile and bat your eyes, and they're like, "All right, she's. I better just get out of here." I you know what? I would do the same thing. But who in their right mind would lose their mind over a beer? You know?
Many people.
Yeah,
But you know who has been the best crowd so far and the best tippers is the Slipknot concert goers. They were so fun.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
so much fun.
Yeah, that's beating back a stereotype. You know, I mean, people might think that they're just a bunch of animals, but they're not, huh? Or they
They were
weren't.
super fun.
That is so cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, enjoy your busy day, and I'll
do
talk
that.
to you soon. Okay.
All right. Hey,
All right.
have a great one. I'll
Yes,
talk to you
ma'am.
soon. Bye-bye.
See ya. There's Megan. I like how she dances around my stupid take, but I think it's true though that for some people it will be a fantastic thing. Like if I had set up EV here, so that I could plug in my car, charge it. I would consider it just because I don't, just driving around here to the freaking grocery store. That's one thing. But in the long run, though, I'm concerned about how much I would be saving if I paid that much for an electric vehicle. At the end of the day, is my savings really that great because I've paid so much more for the actual product and for the home infrastructure to support it? And then there's the idea of, when you're done with that car, that battery is an environmental nightmare. So I don't know, man. Just things I'm bringing up. But Megan will fix them if you do happen to. I love the hybrid concept because, that fucking thing, the braking system and the motor powers it, charges the battery on its own. And I like to, if you go slow enough, which, I love to do, you can ride only on battery power for a significant amount of time. Now, you're only doing 20 miles an hour, which really, really pisses people off, but I've got this figured out. First of all, when you get done driving this hybrid, it's an Accord, there's a ranking system. If you get one leaf, you're an asshole. If you get 2 green leaves, you're not bad. If you get 3 green leaves, you are an eco warrior. And when I started driving this car, I was only getting one leaf. And now, regularly, I get 3 full green leaves. Why do I keep fucking that up? So that's awesome. And, I'm damn near 50 miles per gallon of gas. Now, I'm at 20 miles an hour in a 50 mile an hour zone. All right? And so if someone's behind me, I then reluctantly step on the accelerator. And I will take it up to, if it's a 50, I'll take it up to about 43 miles per hour. No more. And then, if I am on a 1-lane road where they would have difficulty passing me, I will then go close to the speed limit. Aram, that's a great thing. Eric should get a bumper sticker referencing his hypermiling. Bumper sticker that could say, driving slow, gas prices blow, so driving slow. Chris with the suggestion, isn't that considered dangerous? It is. So that's why I go faster. Like I said, if there's someone behind me, I will go up close to the speed limit, probably not the speed limit. Now, this pisses people off. I realize that. But you also know that I am now, it's easy to stay several car lengths behind. Schaefer is crazy. It's just as dangerous as people speeding. That's not true at all. If I'm 3 miles under the speed limit, that's not true at all. You're stupid. I'm okay, and I put great distance between me and the car in front of me. I am the safest of drivers, and only a moron would suggest, and only anyone would back him up, that it's true that going a couple miles an hour under the speed limit is as bad as speeding. That's a dumb comment from a dumb person. And there you go. That is not true at all. It's as dangerous. Have you lost your mind? All right. Incoming.
If I'm that dumb, why are you calling me?
Wrong.
What's going on, man?
What do you mean, what's going on?
Well, I want to know what your take is on this.
The suggestion that going a few miles under the speed limit is more dangerous than speeding, or as dangerous as speeding, there's no way. Because when you're speeding, you're going in and out of lanes, you're tailgating people. I'm just putzing along with another lane wide open to my side.
Yeah, but here's the problem with people who drive not 3 miles an hour. Okay, that's like coasting, right? But if you're driving like way under the speed limit, there is a causation of accidents that happen because people are driving too slow. It does happen. It's the truth.
Right, but no one was suggesting that I made it very clear that if there's someone behind me, I then don't do that.
You speed up?
Yeah, of course.
Above the speed limit?
To the speed limit. Maybe.
To the speed limit. You set your cruise at whatever, 55 or whatever it is?
If it's a 45, I'll put it at 43.
Does that hybrid have a cruise control on it or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
You see, it's you couldn't be more wrong.
Well, for your situation, I admit that I am not right because I'm sure you're not like the elderly people that drive super, super slow.
No.
So your situation, I agree.
Yes.
But there are many, many times where, older folks have been driving and they make crazy turns and they drift in the lane and all that kind of stuff. And they're driving slow and they cause accidents.
Yeah, I know. But that's not you were applying it to me, though. That's what you were doing. And that's what I'm like, what? What's he talking about?
Yeah, but anybody that's older than me is elderly, so
All right.
that's
thank
how I'm
you.
applying it to you.
Fine, idiot. All right. Goodbye.
Thanks. Have a good day, buddy.
Yeah. You too. Yesterday was a catastrophe. Let me just tell you that, all right. So on this house, I've got to scrape and paint that trim. Now, Stefan said it's a $20,000 job to make that, to like repair the wood, replace the rotting trim, and make it look like it was the day it was built. He said $20,000. The guy who's working on the basement, Kyle, said he's full of shit and that he can put an addition on the house for $20,000. Stefan said, no, I'm not full of shit. He heard that, and he wrote, my cider got back to me. He confirmed the figure I gave you. Tell your basement guy to do a price check on labor, materials, and overhead. You couldn't get materials alone for an addition for $20,000 today. I wrote, you two should fight. He wants to kick your ass. Oh, no way, A. It's 20 large, E. Hey, Zaner, 20,000. Now, he also suggested just a can of paint over the wood, even paint over the rot, just to get you past this extravaganza graduation party for a friend of the family on Saturday that Diana is hosting. I said, all right, that's what I'll do. So scrapey on ground level, paint ground level as high as I can go. Now the top half of the house, top 2/3 of the house, I get on this extension ladder I have. It's probably a 14-foot extension ladder, and but that's not even close. Okay. So I go as high as that extension ladder will take me. That was Leonard, my neighbor's old ladder. He died, and I visited over there, and his lovely daughter gave me the ladder. Leonard would want you to have this. I go, thank you. It's so kind. But it's too short. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to the hardware store and getting a ladder. I walk in. I go, where's your extension ladders? He goes, against the wall. I look at the biggest one. It's a 20-footer. Aluminum is a marvel, by the way. Strong as anything and so light. I pick up this ladder. I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be $400 easy. It wasn't. It was only $180 something. I was like, oh, this is fucking sweet. With tax, it's $201. Throw it in the truck. Go home. I'm worried I'm going to get pulled over because I don't have a little red thing hanging on the back of the ladder. Just throw it in there. Get home. All right. I put this thing up as high as it will go. I start climbing the ladder. And I'm like, fear creeps across my heart. And then I get to where I need to be. I'm 20 feet up, probably more than. And I look down. And the ladder's kind of bowing, up and down, kind of like bobbing in a weird way. It has like a little momentum to it. It's not going to fall, but it's messing with me. And I'm like, how the hell? I can't even hang on. Okay, hang on a second here. We got to pause this story because there's another damn hornet in here. For some reason, hornets like to get in here. I don't know how they get in here. Don't move. Don't move. That thing was like a fucking osprey. Huge. Hate that. The hell was I? Oh, so I'm on the ladder, and I'm like, how the hell am I going to be able to scrape, paint? I can't even hang on. I'm nearing the absolute as high as that you're supposed to go on this ladder, and I'm like, all I'm thinking about is Lisa Kay. Her husband was badly hurt, Eric, when he fell off a ladder and badly hurt his ankle or his foot. It's still a problem. I'm not sure if that fall that he experienced made him the antisocial dude that he appears to be. Last time at Bosco's, this is what Eric did. He's just holding the phone up to 1 inch from his face for an hour and a half. Did that fall make it so you won't talk to other humans? Do you have any idea? I mean, I would love to talk to you right now. Is there... Hello? So I was concerned that I would turn into this if I fell off the ladder, holding the phone 1 inch from my face. So while I'm on there, I'm like freaking out. I finally get down. Kyle, the guy who's working on the basement, says, actually, before I get to that part, I then move the ladder over to the spot right above my garage. There's like a window there with trim that needs to be replaced. Now, I can paint it for next to nothing. If I actually repair it, it will cost, according to Stefan, $400,000 for 4 pieces of wood. I put the ladder up against the house. Just as I'm getting on the roof, it dawns on me. I've never done this before on this house. The roof is too damn steep. I get the sensation that I'm in a very ugly, precarious spot as I am now off of the ladder and on the roof. Just the sensation that in an instant, I'm going to slide off the roof. It's that much of an angle. It was a bad feeling. In fact, Pellerito, he was up at this spot a couple of years ago to repair a piece of wood that had rotted there. I don't think it cost $90,000, but he did that. He actually, he fixed it for me. I don't know how the hell he managed to stay on that roof and do the job. I think in a rare move of a third phone call in the first hour of the show, I need to bring him in. Get ready for one of my many Mr. Excitements.
What's up, guy?
Half the time you talk to Mike, it's always hard to understand him. It's like his Bluetooth doesn't work, or he's holding the phone upside down, or he drops it in a lake. But he works for a living, so I doubt I'm going to get him.
Hey, everybody. Robot here. Pellerito is unavailable to take this call at the moment. He thanks you for reaching out and making him feel important. Please leave your name and number, and I'll make sure he gets the information.
Oops. So I'm on the ladder, or on the roof, and now I have, I'm not even to where I need to be to start to scrape. I got my phone in my back pocket. I got the scraper in my other back pocket. And I'm like, okay, what the hell am I going to do? I can't move. If I move at all, I'm going to slide off of the roof. And I'm thinking about Lisa and her husband the whole time. And I'm picturing my neighbor, Brian Alleluia, very concerned with me as I'm on the roof. And I'm waiting to hear, Eric, you doing okay over there? Like that type of concerned tone. I'm like, oh, no. And so I am now, like, if I climb up the ladder and get on the roof, I'm facing up towards the roof. Now I've flipped over onto my butt, and I'm just trying to get off of the roof. It's that precarious. I've aborted my mission. And so now I'm trying to get my feet onto the very top rung of the ladder that's leaning up against the house. Now, I manage that, and then I take my other foot, and I also put it on the top rung. But I'm facing the wrong direction. I can't step off like I'm going down the steps down this ladder. That would be, it wouldn't work. I need to flip over and go down the way I came up. So for a couple minutes, I'm terrified. I managed to flip around and then get down the ladder safely. And I am not shitting you. It messed me up. I was, for the rest of the day, I was like, how the hell am I going to do this? Kyle comes over, and I say to him, I go, hey, how do you think I get out of this? And his first suggestion is, well, put an eye bolt on that part of the area where the wood is, and then put a rope around it, and you'll kind of like it'll serve as a tether. I go, a tether? What? That sounds terrible. I go, no, come up with another idea. He goes, back your truck up to the spot, because the ladder won't even reach all the way up there to where I need to be. He goes, and put the ladder. This is what's going to kill me. It was a close call yesterday. When I try this, it's over. Put the ladder in the bed of the truck up against where the cab meets the bed. And then it'll give you an extra like 4.5 feet, and you'll be able to get up where you need to be. Then you climb the ladder, and then you do your job. And I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know. This seems horrible. So then after that, I call the rental place. There's a rental place nearby here, and I go, I think I need some scaffolding. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is... And so, now, I've never used scaffolding. I don't know how the fuck it works. I have no idea. But they do sell it. I go, how high can it get me? He goes, well, we sell it in certain lengths. I go, I need to be at least 20 feet. He goes, all right, we can help you. Scaffolding for a week of scaffolding rental. It's like $150. No big deal. Which is great. I wish I would have done that to start. But then after I get down, call the place, and then, end up going to the gym, then I start to feel better. Like, I was freaked out. By the time I got out of the gym, I felt better. I was like, I think I'm going to try it again. So this is what we will reconvene this story. I need to get up way high, scrapey, painy, and then that's the end of it. I'm 1/2 done. Still got paint all over my hands. 1/2 done, almost 1/2, and I still have the top half to do. And so it's definitely concerning me right now. New heights for your old pal Eric Zane. For you folks enjoying the show on Facebook and on Twitter and YouTube, the rest of the show can be viewed as it happens right now, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That's the uninterrupted version of this. The rest of you, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, I throw this out here so that you can see it, and then hopefully you'll sign up for my Twitch, which is free. It's just another platform for you to sign up on twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. So I'm going to cut you off, and then you got to watch the rest of it on Twitch. So even if you don't do it today, do it now for tomorrow so that you won't have anything interrupt the show. Or download the audio podcast wherever you download podcasts. Just search Eric Zane Show Podcast or Eric Zane Show. It will pop up there with my little logo, and then you download the show, and off you go. So thanks for checking this out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.